Columbia clears downtown, but where does the snow go?
Tow trucks are hard at work, but some are angering residents.
And is the state ready for another wave of winter weather? KOMU-8 News at 9 starts now.
Live from Studio 8A, coverage you can count on in high definition. This is KOMU-8 News at 9.
All that snow downtown has to go somewhere, and tonight it is going somewhere. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Reek.
And I'm Catherine Beek. Columbia Public Works is clearing snow from downtown roadways this evening. KOMU-8's Ashley Johnson is live in Columbia to show us where the city is putting that snow.
Catherine and Jim, I'm at Cape and Park off Rock Quarry Road, where Public Works Department is bringing the excess snow. You can't really see it, but I'm surrounded by piles of snow, some even taller than I am. The crews have been working since 6 p.m. tonight to clean up the built-up snow downtown. The city is using 2 front-end loaders to scoop up the snow and drop it into the dump trucks you're seeing now. They have at least 3 trucks lined up waiting to haul away the snow. Despite the large number of vehicles working, there's not much disruption of traffic flow downtown. Public Works hopes to have all this work completed by 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Reporting live in Columbia, Ashley Johnson, KOMU-8 News.
That downtown snow removal caused the Columbia Bus Transit to shut down its service starting at 6 this evening. Regular Saturday service will resume tomorrow, but there will be updates as some roads are still impassable for buses.
Well, good evening in Missouri. A much different. We've got another chance for some precipitation on Sunday night. And I'll have all your details of what you can expect coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, thanks, Christine. The snow didn't spare anyone's neighborhood. The city says it's leaving residential areas last on the list of streets to be plowed. So you may be wondering who gets dug out first. Columbia Public Works says it's starting its plowing from the center of the city and working its way out. Now, the next snow, it will be just the opposite. The plows will work their way into the center of the city. Yesterday, the city got around to clearing the main streets, but not the neighborhoods. Columbia says it will stick to its policy of plowing any street with 4 inches or more of snow. Today, all 26 plows were out. They started removing snow in the residential areas this afternoon. The goal is to have all streets plowed by Sunday. The city says move cars into driveways if possible because the plows will not clear streets where cars are on the edges.
Yesterday's frustration about getting stuck in the snow changed to outrage over expensive towing bills today. KOMU-8's Sarah Duffy is here with more on why some forced to abandon their cars are now paying a hefty price.
I've talked to a number of drivers about how much they paid after their vehicles were towed. Today I tried to find out who authorized those tows and why some bills were more than $300.
Early this morning, Columbia resident Anthony Mitchell called AAA services to tow his car out of the snow. But when AAA arrived, Mitchell's car was already gone, taken by Slate Towing Company.
But they picked my car up, and my car is now right over here, and I have just got done paying them $215.
The vehicle owners I talked to believe Slate Towing is taking advantage of people whose cars are stuck in the snow.
I tracked it down finally and came over here to pick it up, and I was really shocked to see what it cost. I was expecting maybe $50, $255. That seems a little excessive.
This is more than what I paid for my roadside assistance for a whole year.
The city gave Ryan Stunt a 24-hour notice to remove his car from the snow after getting stuck in his neighborhood. But when he went to try, it too was already gone.
I actually called the state highway patrol to find out who made the decision to tow the vehicles, and they said that was MoDOT's decision, and MoDOT said it wasn't their decision, that was the highway patrol, and nobody would lay claim to the fact that they had the vehicles towed.
Kiffer Slate, owner of Slate Towing, says he's never towed a car without being authorized by a state department, and with so many different situations, you can't compare expenses. Although, similar towing companies we checked with only charge drivers up to $70 for their services during this storm.
STOP believes the county needs to be more responsible in choosing who tows, or at least regulate fair pricing for Missourians.
Parts of Jefferson City received close to 8 inches of snow when the winter storm rolled across Missouri.
But the winter weather may not be done just yet. KOMU-8's Maddie Heidenreich is live at a MoDOT maintenance building in Jefferson City, and crews are already preparing for possibly the next snowfall. Maddie?
Current weather predictions are calling for some rain, snow, and a possible chance of some freezing temperatures into Monday next week. Now, MoDOT crews are working 12-hour shifts. Now, temperatures are going to warm up a whole lot over the next couple days, so we might not see all of the snow gone before some more moves in. Reporting live in Jefferson City, Maddie Heidenreich, KOMU-8 News.
Maddie, thank you very much. More weather news. Fulton says all of its main streets are now clear. Fulton residents are still busy clearing their driveways, but the city's snow crews are taking the weekend off.
We've been at it now ever since, 5 o'clock on Thursday morning. We worked all through the night last night to get people opened up, and we'll probably go ahead and let the guys go home over the weekend and rest and give this a chance to melt. The weather's supposed to be a little warmer and a little nicer this weekend.
The storm cost Fulton about $55,000, which included more than 100 tons of salt.
The winter storm didn't stop a long-anticipated construction project in Columbia tonight. Public Works are removing the pedestrian bridge on Providence Road. KOMU-8's Elise Ogioni is live on Providence with more on the demolition.
Jim and Catherine, as you can see behind me, work crews are still working on removing the pedestrian bridge on Providence Road just outside Douglas High School. Now, that removal started at about 7:30 this evening. It was originally slated to start at 7, but it took crews about 30 minutes to remove the rest of the snow that was left on Providence Road so that demolition trucks could move closer to the bridge. I spoke with Richard Stone. He's one of the chief engineers on this project, and he told me there was extensive communication between contractors and crews as to how to proceed with this construction after yesterday's snowstorm.
We kind of just kept monitoring the weather, and as soon as we found out that pretty much all the snow was going to be gone and it wasn't going to be accumulating snow, it was going to be above 10 degrees, we decided to go ahead and close the road.
Stone says the removal of this pedestrian bridge is just the first step in a Columbia Public Works project to change how pedestrians do get across Providence Road. Now, workers say they expect to be out here working until about 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. That's at the earliest. Stone told me this construction could even run into Sunday. Providence Road between Ash and Worley will be closed throughout this construction, so if you are planning on traveling through the area, do plan on traveling on alternate roads. Reporting live in Columbia, Elise Ogioni, KOMU-8 News.
One man is dead following an early morning car fire in a downtown Macon parking lot. KOMU-8's Matt Evans shows us how investigators are working to find out what happened.
As the snow continued to fall in Macon, investigators continue to search for the reason behind a deadly car fire. Macon fire crews found 50-year-old Jeff Taylor dead after his two-door Pontiac caught fire early this morning. The snow stained, and charred parts remain in the parking spot Taylor's car once sat in. The state fire marshal and Macon Fire Department are keeping quiet about the investigation, but the Macon police told me they haven't ruled out foul play and are interviewing witnesses. Officials believe the fire started in the engine compartment of the car. Crews had the lot cleared later this morning as investigators tried to find someone with a clear view of what happened. Matt Evans, KOMU-8 News, Macon.
An autopsy for Taylor is scheduled for Monday.
Priesthood and celibacy, two words that often go together, but one UK priest is saying differently.
Plus, an Illinois resident has an unexpected close call with Mother Nature.
And we'll see the sunshine around for our weekend, but Sunday night looks to get a little bit interesting across mid-Missouri. I'll have all your details coming up right after the break.